Yo, what is good, Buckeye Nation? This is your host, MB. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video. All right, let's get into it. So, a couple of days ago, I made a video talking about JT and Jack, you know, being absolutely non existent in the game against Youngstown State. And I kind of, and I, I made that video and I was criticizing how they were not getting to the quarterback. I was also criticizing, Larry Johnson and seeing if I didn't know what was, I really didn't know what was happening. Like, were they working on the games or not? But after watching, some film and watching some of the games, watching other people break down the film and what they were doing, I feel like I jumped the gun a little bit too soon. And here's why. Here's why. A couple of I really feel like they really haven't had a chance to really get to the get to the passer a lot. Indiana and Youngstown State barely threw the ball. They barely threw the ball, right? I think Indiana only passed the ball like 21 times in like really meaningful snaps, and Youngstown State only had 26 passing attempts, and so that's not really a lot of time to get a lot of opportunities to get to the passer. Also one thing I noticed, watching this game, some of these games back, is that the cornerbacks have been playing off again. They've been playing a lot of off coverage. They're playing 8 to 10 yards off, which leads to what? Quick passes. They're doing a lot of quick outs, quick speed outs, which gets the ball out their hands really quick. And again, you can't really expect a lot of these you can't really expect JT and Jack to get to the passer. Um, Also, another thing I noticed is that they were playing a lot of drop coverage. You saw them a lot dropping into coverage and covering the pass, which again is not really helping them get to the passer again. But I think this game versus Western Kentucky will really show how good they show how good they are. Right, Western Kentucky is going to pass the ball a lot. They're going to pass the ball 45 to 50 times. They're kind of like an air raid type of offense. They're going to throw the ball really short, and then they're going to attack you deep. And I think you're seeing you saw some of the interviews a couple of days ago with Ryan Day and Jim Knowles. They're making it a point to get to the emphasis to get to the passer. So I think you're gonna see them more focus on that, and you're gonna see JT and Jack go off. Hopefully, now if they don't, then I think that we should be extremely concerned if they don't get any pressure this game. I think Ohio State fans should really give them another chance. Give them this game to really dominate. And if they don't, then I think we should be concerned. And like I said in my last video, right? I would be more concerned about the defensive end than the offensive line. Again, you should be concerned about the offensive line, but I feel like the offensive line can get better, right? But when you have guys that are star players that are 3 years in the pro, are star players that are 3 years in a program and they're not getting any progress, that's a concern, and especially against Notre Dame next in 2 weeks. You have to get to the passer, because if you allow Sam Hartman to stay in that pocket, he's gonna pick you apart. Simply put it like that. Also, I want to talk about the receivers a little bit. Just a quick little thing about the receivers. I feel like they haven't really been playing that well. I know they had a big game against Western Kentucky. Marvin Harrison had 160 yards, I think 2 touchdowns, and Rebecca Buka had I think 95 yards and a touchdown, but I feel like they've left a lot to be desired. And I said this in my last video too. They just really haven't really looked right. I feel like Marvin Harrison still struggling with getting that separation and yards after the catch. And I understand you're gonna say, well, it's the quarterback to the quarterback. But at the same time, you're the receiver. You're a superstar receiver, and you've been in the program for a long time. You should be able to help your quarterback out and get good separation. Get 10 to 15 yards of separation. Chris Olave did it. Garrett Wilson did it. JSN did it. They were extremely good at route running and run after the catch, and I feel like we haven't really seen that yet. And they do need to get better. I know a lot of people have not been talking about this. I know a lot of people criticize Zach, but he is right about the receivers. They have not been that great against that great these past 2 games, and they need to step up and they need to get better. They need to run crisper routes. They need to create separation, and they need to get better after the catch. Be more dynamic, but who knows? I know Common Cord is now named the starter, and so maybe that will help them have more continuity and probably be more confident. But that's all I really wanted to talk about. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm out.